on my way into work. Yesterday I worked from home. It was a very low-key Monday. I worked from home and then Chris closed last night, so I kind of had the night to myself. So it was a very low-key day. It was a great day. I've been really into watching The Gilded Age. So I think I mentioned it a long time ago, but a friend of mine recommended it to me because I love Downton Abbey, and it's the same creator. And so I watched all of the existing seasons, and then season 3 has been coming out like one episode of it at a time each week. And so that's like my Monday night thing, is to watch The Gilded Age. So it worked out well that Chris was closing because he hasn't really gotten super into the show, so he didn't mind missing it. But my friend, she watches it too, and so we like kind of basically started it right around the same time, and then we were like texting each other through it as we're like, oh my gosh, like can you believe like it was so much fun. So it was like watching it with her, but apart because we live states away. So but my knee is feeling a lot better. I feel like in the last like day or two I've definitely started to feel that like, okay, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. It feels like it's getting better. So it's definitely a lot better today. Just in general, it just feels stronger, feels more flexible, all of those things. So I'm going to continue with my exercises that I've been doing, continue with the physical therapy exercises, all of those things. And I'm hoping to be able to run this coming Friday. So that is my goal. Today's Tuesday, so I've got a couple more days of healing, a couple more days of doing exercises, all that stuff, and then hopefully start the running program on Friday. And fingers crossed, I'll be able to ramp up pretty quickly. I am going to start out really slow, start out really gentle on my knee, make sure I'm working toward rehabilitation and not doing myself more harm.
Right, it's Wednesday. Going to the store, Trader Joe's and Jules, just to get a few things that we didn't get in the instant cart or the delivery or whatever. But the weather is super humid. It's kind of sucks. I'm already like sweating a whole bunch. But go to the grocery store. I spent all morning cleaning. I'm getting kind of do that on my days off. I do a pretty deep clean in the house. And then go home and get ready because we have we're going on the Windy tonight, so that's pretty exciting. Maybe I should dress up like a pirate. It's a little too hot for that, I think, but yeah, just it's a nice day, even though it's a little humid. It's bright and sunny. It's not too hot, but I think we are supposed to have another heat wave, so hopefully it doesn't get crazy like it did a couple weeks ago. But yeah, just going to the store. So I'm in the the dog toy aisle, and I found this little squirrel for Gertie. I'm gonna buy it, but I'm not gonna tell Whitney. I'm gonna wait until she watches this video or she finds it on the ground and she's like, where did this come from? But I couldn't resist. They're just like, there's a lot of cute ones. Like obviously they had Lambo. They had these little llamas that are for the cat, that I like that are for cats. But Ollie doesn't really play with toys, and then just Gertie eats them. But I love this like really long loofah dog. It's really cute.
Well, I am home from work now. It's Wednesday evening. Chris is with me. We are heading out to Navy Pier. We're actually going to take the bus. My knee is feeling so much better, but I'm trying to not do like unnecessarily long walks. And it's quite a hike out to Navy Pier. I figure I'll probably be okay to walk home. Ooh, that wind. But thought about like not walking out there. So if I can save myself the walk out, then I'll be, safer to walk home. Walk signs on for all crossings. One of my favorites. So anyway, we are heading over to St. Adams to pick up the bus to go out to Navy Pier because we are going to go cruising on the tall ship Windy, and I'm super excited. We've been wanting to do this since we moved here, and we're finally doing it. So I cannot wait. We're probably gonna vlog it separately. I'll put a little bit in the weekly vlog, but wanted to kind of put it in its own vlog. It's really kind of a recommendation for people who might be interested in visiting Chicago and like some things to do while they're here, because it's kind of a cool activity for like tourists. So I thought it'd be good in its own video. The bus was here literally right as we walked up, so perfect timing. Well, we made it to Navy Pier. It is a warm one today. I think it'll be a nice day to be out on the lake for sure.
Not like this.
So we were walking along, heading toward the Windy, and we noticed that Margaritaville has margaritas to go. And we were like, that sounds like a nice thing to do maybe after our cruise.
Yeah, if they're still open.
Yeah, if there's, I'm sure they will be for the fireworks. Tonight is a Wednesday night, and on Wednesday nights and Saturday nights there are fireworks here at Navy Pier. So our cruise is not a fireworks cruise. We'll be done before the fireworks start. But if it's not terribly crowded, we thought we might like grab a drink and just hang out here and watch the fireworks. There's also other places we could go to see them that is less crowded. But we thought we'd kind of stay out for a bit and watch the fireworks after we're done with our cruise. These are the Sea Dogs, and they are like little, like not little, they're giant speedboats. So you can see they hold lots of people. There's a red one and a yellow one here. But they go out on the lake and they go really fast. We've always wanted to do that too, but we have not done that yet. They're also very loud boats, really loud engines. One of the Odyssey dinner cruises is heading out for an evening sail. And this way is, first of all, another Sea Dog, and also the Windy. There's the tall ship that we're going on. We were just talking about how crazy it is, like this giant ship turning around in this kind of little area. Like the lock is over there, and then they have kind of like a break wall, and then this dock. They don't have a lot of space. They're making this turn real fast. Might make you a little sick inside. Like, be like, oh, like a spinning ride. We popped inside just to use the restroom real quick before we get on the ship. And we're gonna stop at my very favorite gift store in, I think, well, maybe not all of Chicago because I like Transit Tees better. It's my second favorite in all of Chicago. Making History Chicago. I love this with the like teal Illinois. Super cute. I think they have a great selection of ornaments. One of my favorites is this like beaded Ferris wheel. I actually have an ornament similar to this. I think mine's like glass. They have pizza hats. Oh my gosh. Okay, you gotta put that on.
It's not gonna fit my head.
I'm sure it will. It's so good. Oh yes, there you go.
Can you tell I like pizza?
Right. All right, back out to the tall ship Windy. Ooh, I'm so excited. We are done with our cruise on the Windy. My hair is very windblown. It was so much fun. So we have made our way over to Taco Rio, in case you can't notice. So fireworks begin in about half an hour. So we're gonna get a little bit of food. We did eat dinner, but I'm still hungry. So we're gonna get just like some nachos to share, sub fries, no cilantro, and a couple drinks. And then we're gonna bounce out on a lakefront trail and try to catch the fireworks maybe on our way home. So that is what we're doing. And we had a great time on the Windy. Wasn't it fun? Yeah.
Do you want steak?
Yes, steak. Ordering food now. All right, drinks have arrived. Chris went to go get us some water as well. And he got a frozen one tonight. Crazy. I always get mine on the rocks. All right, our food has arrived. I've already taken a bite. This is the nachos. We get it with French fries. So good. Steak, no cilantro. Yummy. Okay, so we are still eating our food, but the fireworks have started. So I'm bouncing out to the lake to go look at the fireworks real quick. And I'm gonna head back and finish our food. So you can see all the kayaks here. That is what Chris does on firework nights. Watches them from the kayak. So truth be told, I watch the fireworks from our house all the time because I can see them out the window. And Chris watches them obviously from like the kayaks all the time. But it's like kind of fun to be out and see them from outside. I don't think I've ever done that before. So that's kind of a fun experience. There's like an exodus of people making their way out. So a funny story about the fireworks here at Navy Pier. Some friends of ours from when we lived in Fort Wayne, Indiana, a long time ago, my family, our neighbor's son like proposed to his girlfriend on Navy Pier and didn't know that the fireworks were a thing. Like he didn't realize that. And it was like when he proposed, the fireworks started. And he was like, it was so perfect. I didn't even plan it. Because they happen every Wednesday and every Saturday. So like if it happens to be a Wednesday night or a Saturday night, like they're gonna happen, at this time. So it was really funny. All right, so all the boats have come in from the fireworks. You can see all the kayaks lined up waiting to get in, right?
Yeah, and then you can see the guide boats. They're doing the gate.
Yep.
So they're kind of blocking people off so it doesn't jam up the input.
Well, we're heading home. This is very late for a school night.
For you.
For me. I think we were sitting at Taco Rio and Chris said, what did you say? How do you want to go home?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought he said, do you want to go home? And I'm like, yes, I am so tired. I am ready for bed. He was like, no. I said, how do you want to go home? So we picked the lakefront trail. So that's what we're doing. So we're just walking home along the lakefront trail, and here at one of the docks, there's just some people just like jamming, playing music. How fun is this?
That's cool.
You're supposed to shout, "Free bird." Oh yeah. This is so fun.
You better stop the thing you did out. Oh, I tell you, I ain't lying.
It's Friday evening. We are heading to, what's it called?
Cantina on Madison.
Cantina. Yeah.
Right by a Target.
It's right next door to Paisanos. And at least previously, it was also a Mexican restaurant called something else that was owned by the same family that owned Paisanos, and it was not very good. And then it closed. It has now reopened again as a Mexican restaurant. So we are taking our chances. Tonight is a risky night. We're gonna see if it's good. All right, here we are. So the inside is very festive, for sure. So we got some chips and salsa, but I want to point out that this giant bowl of salsa was only filled to there. It's very, very interesting.
It's pretty strong.
I got a Paloma, and Chris got a margarita. Oh, I know where else we got a big margarita, at that Senorita.
Senoritas.
Yeah. So dinner's done.
Just leaving the restaurant. I thought it was all right.
It was okay. Yeah. It was not
definitely
bad.
It was definitely like not top tier food, but
No.
it's good.
Yeah, it was. I think it was good, not great, but not bad. So that's my review. Just very in the middle.
So I'm walking by the Bean, and they have some kind of like fitness cycling or a spinning like event thing going on. They're gonna have like a live band, and like there's like a whole bunch of spinning bikes. It's crazy. The things that you see in Chicago, it's always crazy.
It is Sunday night, and we are making one of our favorite things for dinner. What do we call this?
Stir fry bowl.
Stir fry egg roll bowl.
Stir fry Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, so it's like got like Brussels sprouts and shredded carrots, and then we're about to add the peppers here in a little bit, some onions, and then ground chicken. It basically tastes like a deconstructed egg roll. Is really kind of what it ends up tasting like. It's really yummy. I just noticed that you got some sun
Oh.
today?
I wore my tank top for most of the day.
So you could get rid of your farmer's tan.
Well, it's too late for that, but it's just because it was too hot and sticky.
Yeah.
This past few days it's been rough. We just had a lot of rain and the weather has been not nice to us. So we've had to postpone stuff, cancel stuff, closed for a couple hours one day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because I feel like this week was like such a busy week. We did so much stuff, but there also was like a lot of rain.
Yeah.
I guess it just was that sort of...
We usually get kind of a few days that are kind of messed up with the rain, but usually it happens earlier in the season. So it's weird that it's like almost the end of July. Yeah,
this summer has been real weird weather-wise. Like, it's not been normal for
it's
sure.
Like all of the months have shifted. Like June was still cold.
Right.
And then now it's like July.
It went from like, it was like really cold and not cold, but like chilly in May. And then it was like suddenly super, super hot. And then, it's just been a really weird.
Way humid. Way humid.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the humidity has been crazy. It's nuts. Are we getting close to adding the peppers?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it now.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. You want more cooked?
I think. Well, how long will we cook the peppers?
A couple more minutes. Not very long.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we'll wait a little bit.
Maybe like another 2 to 3 minutes.
Oh, you don't cook the peppers long at all then?
If you want them cooked more.
I don't mind them cooked a little bit more. You can add them.
Except they're orange and they're gonna look like carrots.
Oh yeah. We usually use a red pepper. So actually, a funny story about. One of the reasons why we're making this meal, and why it's an orange pepper, is we did a Costco, like an Instacart order from Costco, like, I don't know, last week sometime. And the woman was like unloading her car and I'm like helping her get stuff and put it on the cart to like take it upstairs. And she hands me this thing of like 6 bell peppers. And I'm like, oh, like, I didn't order that. And she didn't really speak English. And so she was like, yeah, it's yours. And she kept like really insisting it was mine. And so we weren't really communicating very well because I was like, no, I promise I didn't order that. I didn't pay for that. It's not mine. And she just absolutely insisted that I take it. And so I finally was like, okay, thank you. I'll take the peppers, even though I knew I hadn't ordered them and I felt bad. So we had 6 bell peppers and I was like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do with 6 bell peppers? So I think we cut up a couple and snacked on them. And then I made meals, like all the meals we made this week, I made sure they all had bell pepper in them. So we're down to our last bell pepper and it's an orange one. So that's why it's orange tonight. All right, Gertie was insistent. Not necessarily sure she wanted to be on camera, but she definitely wanted to be held. So it has been a low-key weekend for me. So you haven't seen me all weekend. I've been MIA. I feel like when I have a busy week, I want to have a low-key weekend. So it was really nice. And you worked a lot this weekend, as you usually do.
Yeah. Summertime work.
Summertime work. So there's another week of the Chicago Chronicles.
We'll see you in the next one.
All right, so I forgot to mention that tonight is the 10-year live stream for Leg Life because they've been on YouTube for 10 years. Congratulations, guys. That's incredible. We are set up all ready to watch you and can't wait. So now that is the end of the Chicago Chronicles, and we will see you in the next one.